Buongiorno. From Italy, actually in Venice here, the canal in Gondola. And we're sending everyone love and appreciation. We're in our last 2 days here on this spectacular family trip, 10-day trip to Italy, to 4 cities. Venice is our last stop. We'll be heading back to Rome and flying out very soon, but we love you and understand that Janet Kieffer did a fabulous call on Monday evening. Thank you, Janet. Got rave reviews from everyone that listened to it about it. And it's so good, we're going to play it again for you this morning. If you already heard it, you might want to hear it again. If you haven't, you definitely want to hear it this time. Sending you lots of love from Italy, from Venice. Bye-bye.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Monday night Live Younger community call. I'm Jana Kieffer and I'm very excited to be here with you. It's always so fun when we all get together. Is and where is this incredible opportunity to make a difference in people's life. So tonight I'm stepping in for Robin and Gregory Mascari, who are enjoying a well-deserved family trip in Italy. Yes, we really envy them. But if you don't know me, I'm Jana Kieffer, Senior Presidential Director. I hail from the Austin, Texas area, where it's absolutely gorgeous here today. And I've been in LifeWave for about 5 years, and I'm really blessed to be with a dynamic, very servant leadership team that just lifts people up. So, for those of you who may not know me, though, from the past, which hopefully will help explain tonight, I was a business consultant and entrepreneur for most of my life, helped build companies. But what I really specialized in was helping them understand how to tell their story. And so the issue is, Houston, we got a problem. Many of us get told, okay, make a list. And you go, okay, I got my list. And then you start talking to people and you go, I don't know what to say to them, right? So we're here tonight to help you get over that hump. So please get pen and paper. Please get your phone out because you're going to want to take some photographs of some slides I have. And welcome to How to Succeed in LifeWave with your list and a very confident introduction. So give me a moment and I am going to share my screen and get all my stuff optimized here. So as we join in tonight, maybe text your team, tell them, hey, get on this. This is really important, you guys, because we want you to really feel confident in how you open up and talk to people. So as we jump in here tonight, my question is, and you don't have to say it out loud, but is LifeWave a hobby or is LifeWave your business? Now, if you're thinking of it kind of a hobby, get my patches paid, that's great. That's great. And you might have a list of some family and friends, and you might share it casually once in a while. That's great. Tonight's a little more on the right side. If you really see the opportunity we have here and you want to really build your business, but you're kind of, what do I say beyond the patches? Or I say too much stuff. Well, first of all, I need you to decide which side of the screen are you on. So if you're over on the right side, tonight's for you here. So as I jump in, I want to talk first about your list. Now, you might have a list. It might be an old list. You may need to start a new list. Robin Mascari and I were talking about it, and she said she always carries her list in the car and in her purse, writes down names, and then between when she's got time, she might, oh, I need to call this person. But here's what we recommend you do. First of all, with your list, Kathy Smith. Okay, who is it? Is Kathy a friend? Is she a colleague? Is she a new acquaintance? Did you meet her at networking? And then you're thinking, well, what do I say, right? Well, first, we need to think about what's her motivation. Is it time? Is it money? Is it health? Maybe you don't know, right? But what is the introduction to how you're going to start that conversation? So I was out networking. I got this card of Chris. Chris is an Edward Jones representative. And I'm thinking, okay, I need to, as the gambler video last week told us, flip some cards, talk to people. Well, I don't know much about Chris. He's a Edward Jones representative, so he's all about money and stocks and insurance. Okay. He looks mid-40s. Maybe he's got a family. Actually, maybe what he really wants is his time back, but I don't know yet, right? So before you start talking to people, just stop for a minute and think, what's their motivation? Sat down with my insurance agent about 6 weeks ago, and she makes money. She does. But as we got talking, it turns out she wants to retire. Turns out she doesn't really actually get much money in retirement from her insurance company that she's been with for like decades. Turns out after about a year, her income drops. I was like, now we've got something to talk about. So we're going to come back to the list, but I want to give you the structure of how to know what to say. How do you start that introduction, right? Because if you don't know the what, you don't talk. Most of us don't. We're like, okay, I'll just talk about the patches, and I hope they get it. Or I'll say too much, or I won't say anything, right? So let's jump in here. And I would like to introduce Rebecca Okamoto, and my presidential director, Barbara Larrabee, shared this with our team this week. And this is a 9-minute video. Rebecca's actually killer. I'd like you to just sit back, maybe take a few notes. For those of you who are kind of like me, well, give me that link. I will at the end here. But she has some really good lessons and a structure for us to use. So I'm going to start it. I got it shifted into about 10 seconds here, so give me a minute.
That's one.
We'll get it started here. And here we go.
Tell me about yourself. 4 simple words that can make anyone ramble or freeze. Even people at the top of their game can go blank when they hear those dreaded words. So what does that mean? Does your introduction really make that big of a difference? I never thought it did. I thought my introduction wasn't nearly as important as my qualifications. For example, right after I started my business, I had the perfect opportunity to shine. I was interviewing as an instructor for a supply chain institute, and I knew I was the ideal candidate. I had over 20 years of expertise leading supply chains for one of the world's largest consumer products companies. As I prepped for my interview, I didn't want there to be any doubts about my qualifications. I created an elevator pitch and included a complete list of my accomplishments. When I heard "Tell me about yourself," I was ready, and I proudly explained everything that I could do. When I finished, the interviewer said, instead of talking about yourself, it would have been more effective if you had explained what you can do for me. My interview lasted 5 minutes. She rejected me on the spot based off of one answer. That was my wake-up call. I realized it doesn't matter how smart you are, it doesn't matter how perfect a fit you are if you can't capture someone's attention. After that, I became laser focused on cracking the code on introducing myself. I studied the science of first impressions. I researched viral headlines and what made them so irresistible. And then I discovered the secret of introducing myself perfectly in 20 words or less. Fast forward about 6 months. I'm having coffee with the executive director of a business development program. She asks me, "What do you do?" I answer her in one sentence. I'm a communications consultant, and I help people with something to say, but struggle to say it. She leans in and says 3 magic words. "Tell me more." 15 minutes later, she hires me to give workshops for new entrepreneurs. But here's the thing. I was the same person who blew that interview just 6 months before. But this time, I got the job, even though I had way fewer qualifications. And the only thing different between success and failure, between that door of opportunity opening or slamming shut in my face, was my introduction. From that point on, I started to see my introduction in a whole new light. it wasn't just a way of grabbing someone's attention. I thought about all those times when I would hear no, and my inner critic would tell me that people didn't see me or hear me because I wasn't good enough or smart enough. But that was wrong. It wasn't me, it was my introduction. All right, are you ready to introduce yourself in 20 words or less? I'm going to start with 2 secrets of getting people to say, "Tell me more." Secret number 1. Think soundbite, not data dump. That's because with today's multitasking attention deficit audiences, it's been said you have a better chance of engaging with a goldfish than the person that you're talking to. A 20-word introduction is designed to grab someone's attention and get them to say, "Tell me more." Secret number 2. Do you remember what that interviewer told me? Don't talk about yourself. Instead, explain what you can do for them. I called the difference between an about me versus an about you introduction. An about me introduction sounds like this. I'm an award-winning, best-selling author. Compare that to, I help new authors get published faster. Can you hear the difference? One describes me, the other describes what I can do for you. Now that you know the secrets, here are 5 ways to introduce yourself perfectly in 20 words or less. I'm going to start with a straightforward about you introduction. The formula is, I help my target audience achieve a benefit they desire. For example, I help worried job hunters confidently explain why they're the ideal candidate to hire. Now, here's a tip about your benefit. A benefit answers your listener's question, how will my life be different? For the second framework, let's go beyond offering a benefit. Let's promise a breakthrough. The formula is the same as the benefit one, but you're going to add the word without. I help my target audience achieve a benefit they desire without negative consequence. I help established brands in competitive markets rapidly reach new audiences without increasing marketing spend. The word without is so powerful because that's how you explain what makes you unique. For the last 3 frameworks, here's what to say if you don't want to focus on your career. For example, you're mission-driven, or you're on a career pivot. Maybe you're a student and you don't have a lot of work experience. In this case, you can use your passion, your mission, or your strength. I'll start with your passion. I'm passionate about something I value to achieve something my target audience values. I'm passionate about helping people in need and creating opportunities that change lives. Next, instead of your passion, you can use your strength. I'm known for my strength to achieve something my target audience values. I'm known for my critical thinking and turning information into actionable insights. Last, you can use your mission. I'm on a mission to achieve something my target audience values. I'm on a mission to bridge the healthcare divide and make a lasting difference for vulnerable communities. And that's how you use your passion, your mission, or your strength. Now that you've seen the 5 introductions, your next step, try them out. Don't be surprised if you find yourself using more than one. That's because different audiences value different things. So what works for one may not work for another, but that's okay. You'll see there are multiple ways of getting people to say, Tell me more. I'll close with this thought. Have doors been closed in your face? Do you struggle to be seen and heard? Does your inner critic tell you you're not good enough or smart enough, or that you're an imposter and something is way above your pay grade? Before you buy into your inner critic's narrative, let me challenge you. What if? What if that voice inside your head is wrong? What if you are good enough and smart enough? What if the best way to describe you is impressive, not imposter? And what if the only thing between you and being seen, heard, and recognized is your introduction in 20 words?
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And there's a lot in there that she compressed down, and I will give you the link to this at the end. But let's go ahead and take what she was teaching here and back up now. You've got your list, and to Rebecca's point, your prospect is wondering, how will my life be different? Well, many of us jump into the patches, right? God, we've got this amazing thing. It's going to change your life. But honestly, very few people woke up this morning wanting stem cells, right? They wanted to get out of pain. Or people woke up thinking, ooh, I might lose my job. Or what's AI going to do? Or how am I going to pay that bill, right? So to Rebecca's point, we need to step back and go, what can I do for you? How can I help this person achieve their whatever their desire is? So this is based on their motivation, right? For me with LifeWave, honestly, I hardly got no presentation. I just was in massive pain and I was desperate to find anything. So I dug into LifeWave and thought, well, why not, right? So let's go into some examples. Dr. Velvet, who many of you know, is a therapist and a director with LifeWave, and she's just a crackerjack marketer too. And she used this formula and came up with one of her statements. I help therapists build wealth beyond the table without sacrificing value. So, does that incite curiosity if you're a therapist or a massage therapist? And by the way, did she ever say patches? She never did, because patches, LifeWave, is our how we get there. Right now, she's talking about their problem, their interest, their desire, right? I help therapists build wealth beyond the table without striking value. Without, she put it in there, right? Very powerful that way. So I've got some examples. They're far from perfect yet, but grab your camera because we're going to go through a number of these. You can use them, and I'm going to give you some hints of how to work with this, okay? So the first one I tried was money motivation, and I was just writing out. I help people stop stressing about money, credit card debt, and the high cost of essentials with a simple spare time 60-minute-a-day system that can put $500 a week extra in their bank account. Well, that's kind of a lot to say, right? So I threw it into ChatGPT and said, give me 20 words or less. So the first version came back. I help people reduce money stress and debt with a simple system, earning $500 weekly or more in their spare time. Okay, it's okay, kind of clinical. So then I said, okay, ChatGPT, go further. So here's 4 different ones I want you to take a picture of, right? Different kind of style. I show people how to ease money stress and debt while earning $500 or more weekly with just an hour a day. And some of you are going, no, it takes more time than that. Yes, but in the beginning, as Connie Lucas will tell you, she started her business all through the years coming to BSPD with the InTouch app in moments she had in her hair salon between working on clients. You can do it, okay? I help people create $500 extra weekly income, reduce debt and stress less using only 60 minutes a day. I teach a simple spare time system that relieves money stress and adds $500 more weekly to your bank account. That one would have caught me. I'm like, okay, tell me more, right? I empower people to cut debt, ease financial worries, and earn $500 weekly with just an hour a day. Again, you can shape it, use ChatGPT, but for those people who are stressing, would one of these catch their interest? I think so. Okay, let's go to pain. That was mine. My first try. I help people praying to be out of pain. I was praying for a way out of sickness, praying for a way to feel better without harmful medications, questionable surgery, or expensive treatments. Okay, ChatGPT, try it out. I help people seeking relief from pain and sickness with safe, natural alternatives to medication, surgery, and costly treatments. Okay, not bad. Let's go a little further. I help people with natural relief. I don't think that came out well, but okay, with natural relief from pain, sickness, and costly treatments. I help people with safe, natural healing without harmful drugs, risky surgery, or expense. Oh, I like that one. I help people get relief from pain and illness through natural, affordable, non-invasive solutions. I provide people with natural relief from pain and sickness without harmful or costly options. Okay, did I ever wave an X39 sleeve around? Did I ever show patches yet? No. I've got to open them up and they might go, my back has been killing me. So you're talking about what you can do for them. Let's go a little further. Let's talk to business owners who might really be interested in more income because they don't have a lot of time. So my first trial was I help business owners make money while they sleep or their doors are closed without adding more to their plate through a simple spare time 60-minute a day system. Okay, let's see, ChatGPT. I help business owners earn passive income with a simple 60-minute a day daily system without extra stress or workload because they don't want more stress and they don't want more workload, but they definitely would like more income. All right, let's see what ChatGPT did second time around. I help business owners create income streams that work after hours with a simple 60-minute daily system. I show business owners how to earn while they sleep using a stress-free 60-minute a day system. I help business owners unlock revenue beyond open hours. That's one I like. Through a simple spare time 1 hour a day system. Gee, Janet, how do you do that? How can I unlock more revenue when my doors are closed? I teach business owners to generate money outside business hours without extra stress using a simple daily system. When you talk to a business person, they're not really wanting to learn about your patches. They want to understand how they cannot be working around the clock, weekends, nights. They want to have more time with their family. They want to have more income because they've got employees, got business taxes, they have rent, they have all these things on their back, right? So you're coming in, hey, want a patch? No, start talking to them like this. Then they're like, tell me more. Let's go to the other side. How about having fun? Well, I help people have more fun, have more money, to have fun and feel better while they're having fun with family and friends. So ChatGPT took it and said, I help people enjoy more fun, improve health, and have extra money to create lasting memories with loved ones. Well, for those of people who don't get much time to have fun, they're probably going to go, well, how do you do that? Tell me more. I help people feel better, have extra money, and enjoy more fun with family and friends. I help I help people boost their health, increase their income, and create joyful moments with loved ones. Or I help people have more fun, more money, and better experiences while making memories with family and friends. Honestly, folks, I know from the last network marketing company I was in for a long time, we were in the fun business. We were in fun traveling the world. And what I learned there is the average American mostly doesn't take their vacation. They don't think they can get away from work. And you really need them for your health. So imagine if we could help them make the money, pay for their patches, and have the patches actually increase their health, right? So a lot of people, when you talk about, let's go have some fun, they're like, oh, I don't have the time. Well, why don't you have the time? And so stressed. Well, why are you stressed? It's kind of these motivations, right? So this is to kick you off, get you started. Go back and watch Rebecca's talk. Start thinking through your list, right? Let's go back to your list. Who is this person? maybe you've just met them at a networking event. Well, networking events are business people. Maybe you met them at your church. Often people at their church want to help people. I was talking with one of my team about 2 hours ago. She has this huge network, huge list. She's got all these groups, and she's kind of like, oh, where do I start? I said, let's start with the first group you love the most. Let's figure out their motivation. What is it they're trying to accomplish? Why do you love them? Let's figure out what they're trying to accomplish. And now let's match what we do to help them. So this is where I'd like you to go back to your list or start a list if you really haven't. Use your introduction. Go ahead and try it out. You're going to have a couple of them, by the way. Don't feel like you're stuck on one that doesn't fit because we meet lots of people, right? Okay, so here, for those of you who'd like to watch the video again on YouTube, how to introduce yourself and get hired, because she was trying to get hired, Rebecca Okamoto, and it's on TED Talk, The Perfect Introduction in 20 Words or Less. So I'm going to be working with my team, with myself. We've got a lot of people at convention you're going to meet, a lot of people traveling through the airport you're going to meet, that you can have this introduction. Think about it when you're waiting for planes that way, okay? So I'm going to pop out. I hope that was helpful. And I'm going to share my screen because we do want you to also have the news on the Live Younger newsletter that's out today. So give me a moment, and I've got to share my screen here. So just to remind everybody, we're still in the Bahama-bound incentive trip. We have a couple more weeks to go ahead and earn your points. The business incentive tracker is up on the Facebook LifeWave North American corporate page, business page, and you can see who's doing what. Also, there still are tickets for the convention, and we do have people who have had to sell their tickets that you can still get a discount price. So do reach out. There's still tickets to be had. You guys, it's going to be so fantastic. And even my daughter said, boy, I might want to go for Elton John. All right. Again, a reminder, if you've not gotten your personalized liveyounger.com website, hello, why haven't you? It's so easy to text to people and they immediately, you don't have to know what to say. Oh, I just started. I don't know what to say. Great. Give them your liveyounger.com/your name site. They jump in. Also, we wanted to tell you the different calls coming up this week, of course, in the tools. But somewhere in here, which is what I want to talk to you about, they didn't put it. They have put out today the virtual ticket sales for the conference. And the tickets are $89. There's a link. It's in the corporate newsletter that came out today. And put it out to your teams. A lot of people are waiting for that. A lot of people join your team. They've never even started. They don't even know what our convention is like. And remember, you get the replay, right? And you can take it and do a broadcast with it, maybe a whole Zoom broadcast for your team later, or you do a home party, make it fun, bring food, have a great time, you guys. Because I know David's going to have amazing announcements. That's just David. I know from the senior presidential call, they are hoping, fingers crossed, they're going to launch the comp plan at convention. Yay! It's pretty exciting. And there's a whole bunch of other things they're going to be giving us. If you come in, you're there on that Thursday, there's breakouts you can join. And remember, if you're part of the Hispanic market, Mexico's blowing up, you guys. They're at 143%. They just did a big launch in Mexico. Well, we're in the US. Pretty much every state has a large Hispanic community. So get out there, start talking to other people. You can even take that introduction and you can put it in ChatGPT and say, give it to me in Spanish. And then soon you'll need someone next to you to translate, but at least you open the door. So I hope that helps you. Go back and watch it again. Why don't we have fun and post some of our introductions in the Live Younger community? We have a business call usually on Thursdays. It's fun to bring them out. Tell us about your success because people want to hear what we have. Once they know about it, here's something I honestly say this to prospects. I'll go, This may be for you and it may not. Might be for someone you know. But we're interesting, and you are going to think about us because we are interesting. And you have the deal, you guys. So as my mentor, Marcus Setta, said, for those of you who watched the video last week with Connie Lucas, when he shared the character, the gambler, as Mark says, pay attention, get excited, never quit. So this is the pay attention part tonight. Write out your scripts. When you talk to people, get excited. We're exciting. We're interesting. Never quit, you guys. We're on a rocket ship. So it's been my honor to pass this along. I want you all to be successful. We have hundreds of millions of people to change their lives and make them feel better. Just open your heart. You'll know what to say. My thanks go out also to Liz Hodges, who always runs these meetings for us. There will be a replay of this on the Live Younger YouTube.com site. It'll be under the Monday night community call. And so my blessings go with you. Let's see you guys at convention. Over and out.
Woohoo! Well, guess what? We've got a special encore because we have SPD Janet Kieffer right here with us to be able to answer any questions that you may have regarding this. She did an absolutely fabulous job on that, and it was so good. We got a lot of rave reviews that Gregory said, well, I think that we should do that again. So you got to hear from Gregory and Robin. They had just recorded that moments before I added it into our Zoom here. So you got to hear from them, and now you get to hear from Janet. So if you have questions, there's a raise your hand reaction button at the bottom, and you can raise your hand and then unmute yourself, and when we call on you, and then ask your question of Janet.
Oh, Liz, thank you so much. And hello, everybody. I'm in the car, as you can tell. And I hope that introduction, 20-word introduction was helpful. Anybody got one they want to launch out here to everybody? Give us a taste of what you've been thinking. Anyone want to raise their hand? And Liz, I can just see you, so I can't see the gallery.
Okay, I see Cindy Bailey and then Dr. Velvet afterwards. So go ahead, Cindy.
I have a quick question about the virtual ticket. Now, for that $89, is it just all the education those people will get to view, or will they won't see the entertainment too? Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
That would be cool if we could see the entertainment, but there's probably a lot of copyright things that would go on with that. So anyway, got to be there live and not Memorex. Okay, Dr. Velvet.
Okay, can you hear me, Liz?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I came up with a brand new one this morning that I am just so excited about. Is I help establish credibility in the wellness industry without sacrificing integrity and quality.
Woohoo! Good one.
Hey, Dr. Velvet, tell them the reaction you've had this week with your team, please.
My gosh. Well, the team is on fire, but the greatest reaction is all of these people are wanting to know more. And where it was difficult to get people to engage before, oh my gosh. I mean, I've had 2 new people reach out to me before I got up this morning. And so I'm busy today reaching back to these people. One of them has already said, I'm ready. Let's get this going. And I'm not, they've never even tried the patch. They haven't had the patch. They're not going to the website. They're only doing this because of the interaction that we're having.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Velvet.
Sure.
Questions, thoughts, anybody?
Well, we've got Rita Luce up next. You're muted,
You're
Rita.
muted.
I'm not loose, I'm Lose, but
Lose. Okay.
Thanks. So
my apologies after all of these years.
Hey, practice, right? So I help seniors have better health, more fun, and financial freedom.
Cool. Good one.
Very good. And Rita, if I can ask you go a little further, what Rebecca says in that video is when we add the word without, it adds
Without,
all this power, right? Because our brain defaults like, oh, I don't have the time, or what does she mean about wellness? So you put without, and all of a sudden it really gets power.
thank you. I'm going to play with this.
Good.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I'll make sure that we've got that website URL where you can go get it. In fact, actually, what I may do is I'll try to download it and get it so that it's on our Live Younger YouTube channel. And I'll post that on the What's New section of Live Younger Success. So we'll get that all worked out today sometime. So, okay, Danielle.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for taking a moment here. That was incredible. And I'm a copywriter and a talk show host, and getting it down to 30 seconds is kind of the game we play. And I think what was so important that I really just realized, and I have a big meeting coming up with a company, just not talking about myself and saying, here's my credibility, here's my credentials, but really focusing on out of the gate that motivation for them and the simple way to say it. So I was counting my words to see, which I always do anyway, to get it down. That was a big takeaway. And I think if people really understand the power of not talking about yourself, like, how much you could make. And I was thinking, and I tried the patches, and Janet, great job. Great job.
Thank you, Danielle. Now, Danielle, she'll know what I mean, guys. Put the colors to it.
Yeah. It's so good.
Okay.
I want to master that. If you didn't go to that training that Janet helped us get to with Marcusetta, that was game changing. I honestly believe that I've changed radically at the level of whom I'm attracting. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Lavelle?
Thank you.
Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Liz. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna chime in here. And it's all about Whiffum. You know that station called Whiffum? What's in it for me? People want to know what's in it for them, guys. So write that down if you're taking notes. You should be taking notes, guys. Note takers are money makers. Take the notes. When I first got involved in network marketing, they told me don't miss anything. Sit up front, pay attention, and take the notes, guys. But I'm going to add to that from Marcusetta, and never, ever, guys, don't miss anything. Sit up front, pay attention, take the notes, guys, and don't ever, ever quit. And I was talking to a young man the other day. He was standing out there doing, he was raising funds for children in need. And I saw he had great energy. And I said, hey, man, can I speak to you? Come on over, I want to talk to you. I was driving away from the supermarket. And I said, hey, let me share something with you. You got great energy. I always want to compliment people. And I said, hey, what I do, I help people. I help people build teams of people to make some extra money part-time or full-time. Nothing about patches. I build teams. That's what I do. I teach people to build teams of people. Keep it simple, guys. That's what you want to do, because it's not throwing up on people, guys. You just want to pique people's interest. And I followed up with the young man, and he's supposed to be signing up today. Guys, just pique people's interest. That's how we do it. Thanks so much,
Thanks.
Janet. Great, great training.
Thanks, Lavelle. Thanks. I look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks. And here's something, once you pique their interest, if I can help you from thinking who, what, why, how, where, when, that kind of stuff, LifeWaves are how. That's how we get to the money. It's how we get to the wellness. If you start with the how, people don't know why you're talking about it, right? So these statements are piquing their interest. So please get 3 or 4 of them and memorize them so they just flow off of your tongue. Thank you so much. Any other comments or questions?
Kim is got a question or hand raised.
This was beautiful. What a great reminder. It's called a hook. So we want a hook. So here's one. I help people reset 4,000 genes, no drugs, no needles.
Can I give you a little feedback, Kim?
Absolutely.
I don't know why I want to reset my genes.
Oh, and you know what? It's when I'm talking with health conscious people. I usually talk with groups of people that are health conscious. So it would be a
but why
health
would,
conscious group.
even if you're health conscious, do they really think of DNA all the time?
That's a good point.
You might come up a little bit.
Sure,
What their stuff. Even I'm wellness. I used to own a fitness club and a health food store. But what I wanted out of pain.
Okay, got it.
I didn't know DNA. I wasn't like, if you had said, "Hey, I've got stem cells," I would have been thinking injections. Like, I don't need injections. So just a thought. Thanks, Kim.
No, and I like that. But that's why I say no drugs, no needles. Also, but but thank you for the feedback.
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect.
Hey, Miss Ann, jump on in there, girl.
Yeah, I really enjoyed your presentation on Monday. And I've been using pretty simple language, but never talked about the financial freedom or the money part of it. And I really have wanted to add that because, as a nurse, that's my focus, right? So I played with it after listening to you on Monday, and I've got like 3 of them, but I'm going to share the one that my husband happened to like the best. And it was, I show people how to activate their own stem cells to improve health, slow the aging process, and create an additional stream of income by sharing this breakthrough with others. So that was one of them. And the second one, I wasn't sure, so I want to throw it out because I'd love to get your feedback, Janet. And it's, I help people unlock their body's healing power through stem cell activation, restoring health, reversing aging, and opening the door to financial freedom.
Okay, good job. And if you hear and you think about the ones I did in the presentation, Ann and I are writers and we write a lot. I always will have a big giant sentence. So Ann, run that through Chat GPT.
Okay.
I think you've got a few smaller ones in there.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because the brain's going, which one do I remember? And girlfriend, I am guilty of this all the time.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Melanie.
Hey there. So thank you so much for the presentation. I've been playing around with different versions of the templates. And so this one is using my strength. And I'm kind of, since I'm incorporating LifeWave into a holistic practice, this is kind of both LifeWave and everything else that I'm doing. So what I came up with is, I'm known for accessing the root cause of health conditions and chronic pain to achieve free, creative, joyful living without having to experience the side effects of toxic pharmaceutical drugs.
Great.
Is there any
Anybody?
issue with saying without having to experience the side effects of toxic pharmaceutical drugs? Because a lot of people do get off their meds, but I can't make that like 100% guarantee.
It's true.
But it's like instead of having to take meds for the side effects of your meds, that you can get off of things like sleep aids or painkillers so that you're working
Like
just on the core issue,
Yeah. I would defer that to Ann Moreau. She's our resident expert there. And if you want to jump back in, if she didn't go off screen.
I'm here.
Do you want to hear it again, Ann?
Yes.
Go ahead, Kim. Or not Kim, Melanie.
Yeah. And I'll preface by saying too, I'm a licensed acupuncturist. So I'm known for accessing the root cause of health conditions and chronic pain to achieve free, creative, joyful living without having to experience the side effects of toxic pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah, I might do the same thing with that as Janet recommended I do, and go to Chat GPT and see if they can't, fix that a little bit. But I, would try to shorten it for sure. I don't know, when I don't talk about the pharmaceutical drugs right away with people, because I don't know that most of the people I'm talking with are on them, but maybe yours are on the pharmaceutical drugs. Some are, some are not. Some want to get off, and that might impact them. So it's really, for me anyways, it really depends on who I'm talking with and what's going on for them, exactly what I'm going to say.
Right. I might have like 3 or 4 different versions of this depending on my audience. But I think
Yeah.
in general, I'm kind of talking with a lot of people who don't want to have to take their meds for the rest of their life, and just knowing that there's so many other solutions and options.
Yeah, I think that
Hey,
when I say I help people activate their own stem cells so that they can create best health and reverse aging, most people, they understand stem cells, they understand they're getting older and they don't want to go that route. Then it gives me the opportunity to go further with them if I need to. That's kind of how I would do it.
Okay.
The
Thanks,
other
Ann.
point I'd like to make real quick is that one of the things she said was adding the word without. And I think that that's key in there. So if you can work in without having to, or do without something.
Well said, Vin. And Melanie, check the chat. We've got some of our experts in there throwing some good stuff in the chat.
Hey,
Okay.
Janet,
Very,
I'd
very
like to
good.
Check it
chime in
out.
a
I
little
mean, you
bit.
kind of got the wheels turning. I'm like, maybe it's saying without having to, you know, add painkillers and sleep aids to your routine or something.
Great. Yeah, play with it.
Hey,
It's good.
Janet,
Yes, Lavelle.
Lavelle,
Yeah.
go ahead.
like to chime back in to help everybody, because that was great about just putting it in Chat GBT, and that'll kind of, you know, make it a little shorter and more concise. That's a really good tool, guys. The Chat GBT. Put your quotes in there. But I do want to share another thing, guys. There's all kinds of people, and we teach on this. It's the colors. About green people, all they want to know is about the science. Yellows, they're tree huggers. They just want to save the world. Reds, they just want to talk about the money. And blues, all they want to do is have fun. Now, all of us have a little bit of all of those different traits, but each person has a predominant trait. And if they just want to talk about money, just talk about money, guys. Okay, make sure that you identify their predominant trait. And that's how, because it's once again, it's all about them. With them. What's in it for
Lavelle,
me?
can I jump in with you? Because that's perfect. And I'm going to try and bring this color personality test to the group. But here's the thing. Earlier in the presentation, when I said on your list, Lavelle's saying, what's their motivation? Well, sometimes, you're at a networking thing, you don't know, you're just meeting them. So earlier this year, we did a presentation on the FORM method, FORM. Lavelle, tell them what that is.
So form is, hey guys, we want to form people, we want to find out who they are. Form, if you're taking notes, it means family. Okay, let's talk about who they are. O means, what do you do? Oh yeah, well, I'm an
Occupation.
occupation. Okay. R, recreation. And then M, money. What kind of money do they want to make? Guys, you want to
Or
find out about
motivation.
or motivation. Yeah, what's their motivation? And then always, what's their why? Listen, why do they
Thank
want to
you.
do this business, guys? And that's the key. And the why has to be an emotional thing that they can connect to. We always say your why has to make you cry. My why is my family, guys. I want to take care of my family because my father was a great provider. So that's very close to my heart. What's your why?
Thank you,
Thanks,
Lavelle.
Janet.
Kim, do you have something else or do you just have your hand up? Okay, we don't know.
I think that
All
was
right.
from before. So, okay. Well, this has been a great discussion. And Janet, I want to thank you so much for that presentation Monday night, which has now been carried over to our Thursday morning training. If you get the basics of all of this, you're going to build your business very, very successfully. And this is kind of the foundation of what you need to do, how to talk to people. And without this, you're just going to be all over the place. So thank you very much, Janet. This has been great coaching. And thank all of you for your questions and your participation and your great ideas of what you came up with your 20 words or less statements. So, and like it said, have multiple statements because you don't know what the kind of audience you're going to be with and who you're going to be with and which one of those statements you want to pull out of your hat. Learn them,
Great.
practice them in front of a mirror because you want to have it so it comes off naturally. Not that you know, oh, I got to put this word here, this word there, and stuff. Be natural. Learn it, memorize it, take it to heart. Janet?
Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you at convention. And share this with your brand partners and get them on a virtual. They need to be there. Okay, big hugs to everybody. Have a great week.
Thanks, everyone.
Job. Great job. Hey, Coach Vincent and Kim.
Thank you.
Thank
You all
you.
want to unmute yourselves and say goodbye on your way out?
Thank you, Liz.
Great
Bye.
talk.
Thank
Hey,
you.
hey,
Thank
Jessica.
you.
Everyone.
Woody, Tony.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
Great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you, thank
Goodbye.
you.
Bye.
Hey, Linda.
Have a good day.
God bless. Love all. We love every. Hey, Josephina.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Thank you.